Okay, so I'm gonna make it quick since everyone and their grandmother's talking about this terms of service, so it's important that we talk about this, so let's have an honest discussion about the new terms of service, what it means for the platform, and what it means currently. So right now I've been jokingly calling this the end times because that's what they felt like. After everything that happened with Boogie, who had a video telling them not to kill themselves demonetized, the Philip DeFranco and his entire channel pretty much demonetized, it's all due to these new advertiser-friendly rules, which, you know, are as follows. Let's read them word for word, and then I'll put them into terms that, you know, everyone can understand. Content that is considered not advertiser-friendly includes, but is not limited to, sexually suggestive content, partial nudity, and sexual humor. Well, dicks. Violence, including display of serious injury and events related to violent extremism, so, you know, stop with those social experiments, Mr. Salad. No one wants to see you dress up in a hijab and prank people. Inappropriate language, including harassment, profanity, and vulgar language, once again, shit. Promotion of drugs-related substances, including selling, use, and abuse of such items, so, you know, don't advertise your drug-selling business on YouTube, I guess. Controversial or sensitive subjects and events, including subjects related to war, political conflict, natural disasters, and tragedy, even if graphic imagery is not shown. So, let's break this down really quick. So, don't be a prank channel that specializes with making out with women on the beach and groping their butts. Don't make videos of you faking a fight for YouTube drama. Don't just show yourself getting all bloody or joining ISIS, you morons. Don't speak just at all if it's considered inappropriate, which is never really, you know, determined in these terms, so essentially anything can be inappropriate. This could be inappropriate. This could be offensive. You could be offensive. They could be offensive. He, she, we can be offensive. Everything is offensive. Don't promote drugs, you goof. And, this is the one that I really don't like, don't you dare talk about things that violates a safe space. Don't you even dare talk about things that happen in the real world. The not swearing and the don't talk about real events thing, that's what's really getting me about this, okay? Now, I don't need to tell you how we as YouTubers make money, because just a short rundown, we get money off of ad revenue from ads running on our videos, and YouTube Red. Now, YouTube Red happens whether or not the video is monetized as far as I know. I could be wrong on that, don't quote me. I could be very wrong on that, because thinking about it now, it doesn't make much sense. But, we get most of our money from ad revenue, which is the ads run on our channel. It normally goes through our networks and then to us. Now, if one of these lovely YouTube bots, which never gets anything wrong, ever, and aren't notorious for messing up, if one of them flags your video as not being advertiser-friendly, that's it. It's a little bit like when there's a copyright claim, and you don't actually know the guy making the claim to talk it out, because most of the time, at that point, you have to be like, hey, person who owns the property who they think I stole from, this is a remix, it's not yours, and they have to decide whether or not to approve you. They will never approve you. Seriously, in the amount of times I've been doing game dev streams, they have claimed more remixes of songs than the actual songs, and they never say that it's fair use, even though it's a remix in the background. You know, it's very, very silly. You don't own the remixer, but that's an entirely different issue. But this time, you have to go to YouTube and say, you got this wrong. YouTube does not respond well to this. Like, first up, what can we and can we not talk about under this fifth point here? What is sensitive? What is controversial? Where's the line? What is the line? We can't talk about war? Why can't we talk about war? Political conflicts? Can we not talk about the 2016 presidential election? Because let me tell you, that's a conflict. There are two sides of opposing views battling it out in debates and shit. That's a political conflict, technically. By all definitions, that is a conflict. Okay? And it's a political one. So can I not talk about this? Is this video no longer monetized due to the fact that I've spoken about this? Not quite. Because these terms are never really defined. They don't let you know what is considered as any of these things. We can't talk about it. And we can't talk about war now, because, you know, war is bad. War is terrible. I'm not a warmonger, I'm not here to stop Jack, you know? But bad things happen in this world, and this world is a scary, scary place, and to bury your head in the sand by preventing conversations about these things. Just what the hell are you doing, man? Why are you making it so, like, people need to know these things? And it's not up to me to relay this information to you guys. I'm not a news channel. I I play stupid video games for the internet. That's my entire thing, is I'm a game developer playing, let's play, like, oh, so meta. And like, it's not that you can't show it, because I would totally be, I'm okay with YouTube being like, don't post gore, but it even states, doesn't matter if it shows graphic images or not, just don't speak about it. And at the same time, what language is inappropriate? What constitutes harassment on YouTube's scale? Whose definition are we going with? If we're going by someone who identifies as Monster Kid and I say, well, fuck the monster, and they take offense to that, is that language inappropriate? Is it harassment? We don't know these things because there are no set points of, like, what is and what isn't harassment and, you know, all that thing. And, like, the other thing is, it says profanity or vulgar language, okay? Now, are you telling me that I can't swear anymore? Like, is that the level we're at? Because, like, have you tried to drive away your big money makers? I do not think I've seen a single video where Jack, Mark, or PewDiePie have ever been able to speak at least 4 sentences without swearing, okay? Are you trying to drive away your big money makers by telling them they can't make money anymore by using the vernacular they've been using for the past few years? Because that's stupid, yo. That's very stupid. And, like, you think they don't... Are you trying to pretend, YouTube, that these people they haven't made enough money to just retire and tell you to fuck off? Because they've made a lot of money. And you know the exact figures. And if you start demonetizing them for swearing, well, I'm gonna tell you right here and right now, son, they're just gonna leave. They love making videos too. But you'd be taking away their jobs, and why would they keep wasting time and money on it when you're not giving it back? The entire thing just feels very subjective and vague, which is horrible for anything outlining any rules of conduct. It leaves it open to interpretation, and if YouTube doesn't like what you're saying, and they heard you say, oh, piss, congratulations, demonetized, fuck you. Now comes the big question that everyone has been talking about on Twitter. Is this censorship? And honestly, yes and no. Okay, it's a little bit open-ended, and I'm sorry about that. I know you guys probably want me to definitively back up your various stipulations, but hear me out, okay? So, it's kind of preemptive censorship. This might not be exactly what YouTube's going for. I'm not gonna say they're trying to censor us, but here's the thing. When someone wants to make YouTube their job, okay, they have to game the algorithm, and the algorithm is how people find our videos. And the thing is monetized videos are higher on the algorithm than lesser videos or non-monetized videos. I just implied that people who don't monetize are lesser than me. I hate myself. But the thing is if you're monetized, your SEO ranking goes up. It's by a percentile, I think. I don't know the exact formula, but it's based off of your keywords, your video title and description, and then you have to put everything through and it checks if you're monetized or not and puts the monetized higher than the not. Because that way, YouTube makes more money. And after all, YouTube is a business. The whole thing is to make money. So, you want to stay monetized. So, you're less likely to swear, less likely to offend people, because you have to stay monetized. And all the big guys, they have to keep that ad revenue. Like, Philip DeFranco said straight up, he's not censoring himself, but not many YouTubers can make that choice, because unlike Philip DeFranco, we don't have 4 million subs. We're not rolling in the YouTube dash. Some of us struggle to get content out every day, because, you know, we have other commitments besides YouTube. I should not have to waste my time worrying about if YouTube's going to fuck my hopes and dreams of actually being able to do this, you know? And, like, I use what little money I get from this channel to further along the channel. I've used money from the channel back when I was with Freedom to take out ads on Facebook to, you know, advertise the channel or, like, you know, buy new games. I mean, it wasn't a lot of money, but it still helped me a little bit, I'd like to imagine. And, like, I need to just really stress that if your video is demonetized, it pretty much fucks you in the SEO, because you suddenly are at a loss compared to the people who, you know, did monetize their videos and haven't offended people. Like, oh god, imagine how all the Yandere Simulator tags are gonna have to be cute anime girl, school life, kill a kill. Like, what are they gonna do? Because most of the tags on these are like blood, extreme blood, violence, hyper-violence. Like, congratulations, you're demonetized. And like, here's why this is really kind of stupid. Because For one, you're literally telling content creators that they do not deserve the compensation for the video that they spend all the time creating. But it also then screws the SEO. So I bet you're wondering now, why is this stupid? Well, for one, they're literally telling content creators that they don't deserve the compensation for their time that they spent making the video that's then going to make YouTube money and them money. And if you look at it from a marketing standpoint, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me personally, especially on a lot of these bigger videos. So if you, as an advertiser, want to advertise on YouTube, the biggest not-porn video sharing network on the whole dang internet, do you really want your platform to be limited? Do you not want your ad shown to as many people as possible to increase your brand's recognition? You want your name out there, and a lot of the videos being taken down right now had millions of already monetized views. And to start denying that now is to deny those advertisers what they paid for, which is millions of views for their Google ad targeted demographic, which is another issue. YouTube uses Google's ad targeting, so why are these videos unfriendly to ads? Because you are literally using Google's like, oh, this is the smart place for you to put advertisements for this target demographic. You're literally taking that thing that tells you, the advertiser, where your audience is, you're taking that and you're saying, that's wrong. Which A, doesn't display a lot of faith in the Google targeting system, but B, you're pretty much saying that this person is unmarketable and you don't show anything to them. So, like, you could be selling dank-ass Heelys, okay? And because someone swore in the video, even though they're talking about how great Heelys are, no one's ever gonna see that ad. No one's gonna see it. You might just get shown up on a kid's channel. Which is the thing. If you don't want to advertise on videos where people swear, okay? You got options. You got Yub, you got Chugga Conroy, you got these awesome guys who, don't swear. They're kid-friendly. You have all these kid-friendly channels, and if you're limiting yourself to just the kid-friendly channels, then it becomes the issue of, let's sell, I don't know, Trojans on this video of Spider-Man and Elsa pregnant. Clearly, this is where this belongs. And not in the video talking about, practicing safe sex, because that is the word sex in it, and therefore it's no longer friendly advertising. And it says no graphic content, so I mean, maybe Yub is out because Yub plays horror games. You know how edgy horror game developers like to be, but, like, think about Chugga, okay? He doesn't break any of these because he doesn't swear, doesn't do anything profane, and just plays Nintendo games. And, like, if you're not taking advantage of this AdSense, like, if the advertisers don't want to take advantage of all the insane views, YouTube, just get new advertisers. You are literally the biggest thing for videos on the internet, okay? Think of how many different things you could sell on the internet through YouTube. Just get new advertising. Most of the gaming channels in total beat out primetime slots, like worldwide, okay? And you have worldwide advertising at your fingertips. And like, here's the other thing. So we can't talk about war, current events, etc. We can't talk about anything like that because that's not ad-friendly. Okay, then explain to me how Fox, MSNBC, and ABC still have advertisers, despite talking about those things in great length. This is not a TV network, okay? You don't have to make things homogenized for a general audience. That's the great thing about YouTube, is it's not homogenized for a general audience. It is whatever the hell the creators want to make it. And right now you're telling the creators you can't make that. And I'm going to keep this short since I've gone on for a while, but the inconsistencies, okay? This is just a little short thing. Why was Philip DeFranco not friendly for ads, but Scarce and Keemstar are? I mean, I heard Keemstar had 90% of Drama Alert demonetized. I can't validate that. So that's only like a little, like, it's an accusation. I don't know for sure. But why is 1 out of 3 YouTube networks getting completely boned over? Why does Boogie get boned of him telling people not to kill themselves, yet Leafy hasn't gotten touched once? I mean, I like Leafy, but he violates this whole thing hardcore. So you gotta ask, what about YouTube is going to change with these new things? Nothing. Nothing will change. As I was making this video, as I was typing the script, like 5 other videos from YouTubers who I like came out, okay? And let's just talk about H3H3s. It's all based on your tags. There is no bot that scans your videos looking for the words fuck in waveform, okay? This whole thing has been in place for 2 years, as mentioned by Total Biscuit, and in fact H3H3 struggled with this 2 years ago because you got less ad revenue if you used sex and blowjob and other such phrases in your tags. So it becomes simply how to do the metadata. And it's getting attention now because YouTube is finally letting you know that you're getting less or no ad revenue because of this. So look, Right now, I'm gonna tell you this. Nothing's gonna change. Wanna know why? YouTube doesn't give a shit if you swear, okay? No one gives a fuck. Look at this, I'm swearing now. It's excessively. I'm 12! But the video is still monetized, unless you see an annotation in which, well, I mean, I've overplayed my hand, but as H3H3 pointed out, it's based on your metadata, so you'll make less money with sex and drugs in your tag than if you avoided those. Boogie got his taken down since in an attempt to make sure people saw his message who were about to kill themselves, he used phrases commonly searched by people who were suicidal. So at the end of the day, don't be a douchebag. Don't tag stuff like blowjob, maybe. I mean, still report those prank channels for groping women's asses. But I need you to realize that nothing's going to change with this channel. Nothing about this impacts us at all, because we don't tag those things, okay? So you just need to stop, take a breath. It's not as bad as you think. It's not as bad as you think, and I think we should be fine, okay? Now, I've gone on for close to 20 minutes now, and I only wanted to make this a 5-minute thing, so just remember, don't over-sensationalize these changes. Everyone thought YouTube Red was going to kill the platform, and that it was Satan, but it's not. And neither is this. So we're gonna be fine. It's not that bad. I over-sensationalized the entire first 7/8 of this video. So my name has been Lumo. If you like silly gaming content, I guess subscribe, but, you know, if you're only here to hear about the TOS, I don't blame you. It's very hot today, and I feel like it's worth talking about because, honestly, we all over-sensationalized it, and it's not the end times, it's just a bump in the road.